Guys, welcome back to the channel. Working on the 07 tonight. I know some of you guys actually use these trucks for something besides speed and horsepower, and you guys might actually like this. So with the 07, something I wanted to do with this more street engine and the big single is try to do a little bit more towing content for you guys, because again, I know that there's a lot of you guys in that 700 to 1,000 horse range, big single, that still want to use your trucks to tow with occasionally. I'm not suggesting that you go out there and buy a 36-foot Fusion fifth wheel, but if you have an enclosed trailer, an open deck car trailer, things of that nature, you know, that 10 to 12,000 pound range, there's a lot of things that play into that. Obviously, tuning, fuel, converter, where you live and stuff like that. But one of the big things that you'll notice is on these third gens, they love to sag, and that sag kind of doesn't always feel the best. I always recommend traction bars on tow trucks too, because it's like the world's best sway bar in my opinion. But we are going to be installing airbags. As you guys can see here, we have the factory bump stops in. We run those for KOS, so that way when we put all the weight in the bed, it can kind of be comfortable driving in this thing. But we're going to go ahead and install airbags. Now, we went with the Airlift 5000 Ultimate Plus. Now, the Ultimate Plus has a few cool features that I'd like to show you guys. Number one, they have stainless steel bag cups or plates, whatever you want to call these. And then their Ultimate is powder coat, and their regular is a zinc coated. I've had the zinc coated, they rust quick. They also ditched the factory style. They sent these too, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you ever have a leak or whatever. But normally you have these, and if you guys live in cold weather or anything like that, you'll find these crack, break, leak, stuff like that. So we get these in the upgraded kit. And then the Ultimate Plus comes with all stainless steel hardware, including the carriage bolts and the U-bolts. And then here you guys can see the fitting. This is going to be for converting from this to push lock. And then we also have the fittings here that go into the top of the airbag, as well as actual AN fittings. And here for the Schrader valve when you fill these up. And then obviously you have your regular brackets here. Instructions are actually, I would like to give a huge thank you to Airlift. These have to be some of the best instructions. And if you watch my channel and you manufacture parts for this industry or any industry, do you notice how nice these pictures are? Good pointing lines, colored pictures on a truck that's actually relevant. And then my favorite part about these instructions here is the exploded diagram. And you can see here exactly how this all fits together. No questions here. I've already installed a kit very similar to this many times, but Airlift instructions here, 10 out of 10. Love it. And all the powder coat on the Ultimate Plus kit, I noticed, seems to be a lot thicker. I noticed on the cheaper kits, I don't even know if they coat these or if they just spray paint them, but these are actually powder coated, and the powder coating looks fantastic. I think it'll hold up really well. But Airlift does not sponsor this channel, so don't take this as you have to buy this kit. But the Ultimate Plus 5000 and the 7000 or 7500 kit, those are my go-to. They're a little bit more expensive, but if you're doing this for yourself or for your customer, I do feel like these are the best two kits on the market, especially for the Dodges, is all I can speak to. The other nice part about the Ultimate 5000 or 7000 is on your cheaper kits, the airbag can actually flatten all the way out. On these, you guys see here, everyone knows I'm fat, I'm pushing down. They have an inner isolator, so if you do have a leak or you forget to fill them up or whatever, you can't actually damage the bag because there's this big isolator cone in the center. Actually, you can kind of see it right here. This part right here. Not all airbag kits have this inner protection here. It's called an internal jounce bumper. So what that does is it allows for the bag to be underinflated, not inflated, and you're not going to damage the bag. The other nice part is, let's say you do have a blowout, at least you have something here to stop it from totally letting go. I did get the manual kit because honestly, not worth it. Answer a question for a lot of the new people here that didn't see the tranny video. This is our trans cooler. This is a Derail 15870, I believe. It is -8 or ½ inch in and out. You can get these thermostatically controlled. I chose not to. These are my choices, not yours. I just have a switch. I mounted it right where the spare tire goes, and I've been very happy with it. I know another really popular place I used to mount mine all the time was right here on the extra cross member bracket, but I don't know if this truck had one or what, but I didn't really want to deal with it. It does make it kind of complicated around this area for the plumbing side of things. And an update on the tranny, bone dry under there, really happy. I did use a Dorman pan this time around, one of those cheap ones, and this drain plug keeps leaking, and that is honestly irritating the ever-living crap out of me here. But other than that, engine, tranny, just taking it. All right, we're like 800 miles into this truck already, and it has just been flawless. Also, shout out to the tire company. Look at that. Right on a nice wheel. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. But yes, and then I had another question about the sway bar. This is a Dodge Off-Road adjustable sway bar. I do like them. Yes, I'm aware that their customer service sucks. That is not my fault. That is their fault. But usually the track bars, they do keep in stock, so I'm a big fan of that. And yeah, we've done a lot of maintenance to this old girl, and now we're gonna get ready for some towing. The other thing that we're gonna do today is move the nitrous bottle inside, because I want to be able to do some more street stuff. And then lastly, if you guys can tell here, this tab kind of bent down. This is our rear drive shaft U-joint shield mounting. So I'm going to beat this back straight and then probably weld a gusset down here and a gusset down here. That way, when we put it back on, I don't have to worry about this falling down and rubbing on this drive shaft like it has here. So without further ado, I'm going to get you guys set up and we'll get these installed. I'll kind of cover some of the hot topics. Let's do it. Okay, so we got our fasteners all tightened up, air lines routed. So a lot of individuals asked, well, that's how you make them work with traction bars. You bend the crap out of them. The one thing I will say, this brake line right here, really not a huge fan of that. I might add a little rubber there or something. I just don't like that. Don't like that at all. And anyway, that is what we're working with. Trying to see if we can tweak that. There we go. We got some good separation. And then, yeah, you guys saw us put the nozzles in. This is where I put them on a roll pan. It's up to you. I don't know, easy to get to. And then tuck that back up. But big thing, you want to make sure they're parallel to the frame like this. They're slotted. That's why you leave some of that stuff hand tight. And then you also want to make sure they're parallel forward to backward, which is why these are slotted and offset. Once you lower a truck the way we did, right, reverse level, there's not enough adjustment. So you're gonna slide them all the way forward, and that's the best you got. I am going to call and see if I can get a part number for an airbag that's about an inch shorter, because what happens with these is you'll be driving, you'll put the 5 pounds in, and it kind of rakes the truck really bad when you're not towing. So I'm gonna see if maybe Airlift has an application that has a shorter bag that fits the same brackets. If I do, I will update you guys in a video. We got our tabs on the front of the axle all taken care of. The only thing we didn't get to is getting the nitrous inside tonight, but ooh, look at that rust, yikes. But it'll be okay. We'll pick that up in the morning. But for right now, I'm gonna shut it down for the night. Again, Airlift's instructions, super good. Kind of why I didn't really clarify anything, because it's all in the instructions. The one thing I will say is their freaking dinky heat shield. They give you a 4-inch clamp. Like, come on, guys. It's 2021. Who's running 4-inch? So what they're trying to prevent is the exhaust getting this airbag hot. I think I'll just go grab a couple hose clamps to slip it in. Honestly, this band clamp doesn't look like it'd be a bad candidate either. Put it under this band clamp here, but we'll see. So we're back for another night installment on the 07. Like I said, we're taking the nitrous out of the toolbox, and we're gonna be putting it in the back. And as you guys can see, had a little bit of downtime today, so we got the back end here kind of cleared out. Actually just kind of cleaned the whole inside of the truck, organized some stuff, cleaned out the bed. Gonna pressure wash that out, but yeah, let's take a look here at where we're gonna pop the nitrous line through. And I think the bottle mount's probably gonna go like right here or right here. Haven't decided yet. We'll see what makes the most sense. You guys can see where we came down from the engine through this body mount, and then we came right up. Get this thing to focus for you, right where the seat seam's at. So it's behind the sub box and everything. Let me show you. Oh, I'm getting old. Anyway, comes through right here, and I always put a little wire loom on it. That way it doesn't cut this stainless line over time. Obviously it's not going to cut it right away, but over time it can and will. I've seen it happen. And that lets us put the sub back down. Also lets us tuck this hose under the seat area here when not in use as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some line securing clamps, and we'll move on. So we'll get our brackets, and basically the bottle's gonna be mounted kind of like this, I think. Maybe a little lower, but that way I can reach back and open the valve. The other option is to mount it like so, where it, hold on, mount it like this, horizontally, but again, that's not optimal, obviously. So we'll get the brackets in here and kind of see what we want to do. We have our location a couple days later. We have our location and our bottle brackets. And I think you guys are really gonna like what I got cooked up here. So let's get to work on making these a little bit more custom. What we have here, I gave this one the old weld because it wasn't working out for me. And zinc plated hinge with whatever the heck this is coated in, yeah, no judgment there, guys. And then on this one, we went real fancy and bolted it. And now we're gonna go mount these in the truck. And you guys might be able to figure out why we did it this way. But mainly, it was so that way I could flip, when the nitrous bottle isn't there, I can flip the seat back down. And these will essentially hinge out of the way so we can use the back seat. As you can kind of see here, we got them drilled into the sub box. And basically it flips down. Remove this drill here and give you guys a proper demonstration. What are we bound up? Just a whole bunch of stuff, huh? All right, and now we can flip the seat down. Yeah, I know, guys. All Truck Challenge, some trans fluid. We'll get that cleaned up, but there you have it. We're gonna go ahead and make sure these brackets are somewhat aligned with each other, like so. And then from here we can go ahead, finish drilling our holes and mount our bottle, so I can stop hearing this thing bounce around in the back of my truck. So let me get it all screwed in. We're using these really short screws here, and like I said, the bottle will be up against the back of the seat here too, so it'll add some stability. But let me get her all wrapped up so you guys can see the finished product. And now, as you guys can see here, nice and firm. This is made out of actual plywood, not particle board. I did check that before I full sent it. And then here's our nitrous line. We can probably snake it right through here. Let me put down the camera and show you guys how we're gonna route this. So you guys can see there, I actually decided to go back there and come forward. Got it all hooked up. Still have one cup holder back here, and we can also put our nitrous bottle cap there. I don't recommend always driving around. I've had a couple of these bottles leak on me. I'm not sure if that's normal, the valve up there. So I definitely don't want to be driving around all the time with it locked and loaded. But yeah, we lost this seat, obviously. But we still have that seat, which means we got a camera guy spot. And then we still have, whoa, good passenger seat coverage. So I think this turned out all right. And the cool part is the hinges actually oppose each other, so they can't flop around. And again, once we jammed it up against this seat back here, it's not going anywhere. We have good bottle direction as well. We'll probably cock it just a little bit here. Basically, the pickup tube is on the same side as the feed hole there, so it's face down. It's like right here. So when you launch, the nitrous is naturally going to want to kind of ride up here. So we'll just rotate the bottle a little bit so the pickup tube's right there. But that is how we're going to run it. It keeps it inside. I don't have to worry about it in the toolbox. I don't have to worry about it getting stolen as easy, I guess. Now you got to break into the truck instead of just the janky toolbox in the back here. And we have what's left of our 6-foot bed back here, minus the gooseneck hitch, obviously. And yeah, all in all, it turned out pretty sick. And guys, got the nitrous on. I would be remiss in my duties if I left y'all hanging. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on real quick here, and we'll make sure it works. Just as proof for those of you guys that didn't think I was wild enough to turn it on, look at that frosted line right there, boys. Don't mind that bottle pressure. It's freaking so cold here in Utah. It's not even funny. Whew. But heck yeah, she works. I'm a big fan. We'll get this cap back off. Like I said, you do not want to leave this there. And for those of you guys that saw it on the tack, I did lower the limiter. Not that I'm super worried, but it'll all make sense on why I need this truck to be reliable here in the upcoming future. Now I'm gonna chalk that up to a successful test. In a future video here very shortly,
I'm gonna cover nitrous systems. I feel like there's good videos out there for the gassers. I haven't ran across any that I was really too amazed with in the diesel. And I'm not a nitrous expert by any means, but I certainly know what not to do. And I can show you guys kind of what's been working really well for us this past season, kind of go through how I use it drag racing, how I use it on the dyno, different setups and stuff like that. So I will be taking you guys in depth into nitrous to the best of my ability, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Anyway guys, we got our nitrous installed. The truck is ready to rip. Definitely gonna have to bust out the draggy here pretty soon, but hopefully you guys like this. Drop a comment down below if you think we are just, I mean, I feel like we're almost back to the OG hood wrap days of the 05 when it was a street truck. And hopefully you guys subscribe, and as always guys, I'll catch you on the next one.